Welcome to this Explainer Masterclass. Today, we're diving straight into the absolute architecture of excellence in the hospitality industry, and that is building a talent-driven hotel culture. Let's establish our shared baseline right away.
Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. We look forward to supporting your professional growth in the hospitality industry.
Looking at our agenda for this module, we'll be covering 5 key areas. First, welcome to your journey. Second, core values and leadership. Third, learning, recognition, and growth. Fourth, well-being and accountability. And finally, the ongoing cultural journey. Let's get right into it. Section 1. Welcome to your journey, people as strategic assets. So in the modern hotel environment, the stakes for guest satisfaction are, quite frankly, incredibly high. And a talent-driven culture is a working environment that places people right at the center of organizational success. Notice the specific language we're using here. We're recognizing employees as strategic assets. They aren't just labor. Think about the concierge who remembers a guest anniversary and upgrades their room unprompted, or the housekeeper who leaves a really thoughtful, personalized welcome note. Their engagement directly influences guest satisfaction, which ultimately drives business performance. You simply cannot deliver an exceptional, premium guest experience if your team doesn't feel valued as your absolute most important strategic asset. So how do we actively build this from the ground up? Because it definitely doesn't happen by accident. It requires 3 core structural steps: intentional leadership, consistent values, and aligned systems. You really need leaders who purposefully model the right behaviors, a set of core values that don't just change based on the busy season, and operational systems that truly support your team's day-to-day workflow. Section 2. Core values and leadership, the visible expression. This is where we take those abstract concepts and translate them into daily hotel operations. Shared values and purpose provide employees with a profound sense of direction and belonging. Think about it. When a staff member fully understands how their specific role, whether it's preparing a conference room perfectly or greeting a guest by name at the front desk, connects to the larger mission of the hotel, they naturally take immense pride in their work. And it's exactly that pride that upholds your service standards consistently, shift after shift. But culture isn't just what's written in an employee handbook, right? Leadership is its most visible expression. In a talent-driven culture, leaders set the tone through really specific, trust-building actions. They prioritize coaching, fairness, open dialogue, and crucially, listening to feedback and actually acting on it. If a leader asks for input from the restaurant team but never implements any of those ideas, trust evaporates instantly. But when leaders demonstrate respect through these everyday actions, the culture absolutely thrives. Section 3. Learning, recognition, and growth. Sustaining the environment. Okay, so once you have the values and leadership in place, you need structural systems to reinforce those behaviors over the long haul. Continuous training signals a very real investment in employee growth. It tells your team, hey, we see a future for you here. Partnering with esteemed educational institutions, inspired by models like the Europe Hotel School London, is just a phenomenal way to reinforce those professional standards and build really clear career pathways. It elevates the operational knowledge of the entire property. And hand in hand with learning comes recognition. In high-pressure hospitality environments, authenticity and consistency will always outperform scale and complexity. A sincere thank you during a morning briefing or a handwritten note acknowledging a difficult save at the front desk builds way more loyalty than some convoluted, complex points-based reward system. Authenticity wins every single time. Section 4. Well-being and accountability, the human element. This brings us to what is perhaps one of the most delicate balancing acts for any hotel leader, and that's supporting the individual while maintaining rigorous professional standards. To truly care for your team, holistic well-being initiatives have to address 4 distinct areas: physical health, emotional health, financial health, and psychological safety. Psychological safety is especially critical here. Can a junior front desk agent speak up about a flaw in the check-in process without fear of reprimand? When employees feel safe and supported across all 4 of these metrics, team creativity and cohesion absolutely skyrocket. But remember, support does not mean lowering our standards, not at all. A healthy culture heavily embraces accountability through a clear framework. You need clear expectations to set the baseline for high standards. You have to provide constructive feedback, guiding performance with absolute respect. And you must practice fair management, ensuring equity in all your performance evaluations. Accountability ensures that the high service standards your guests expect are maintained rigorously. When you merge these concepts, magic happens. Accountability plus support equals empowered employees. Accountability isn't punitive when you pair it with the right coaching and resources. Instead, it creates true empowerment, resulting in a staff who confidently take ownership of their roles and the outcomes they deliver to your guests. Section 5. The ongoing cultural journey, a continuous evolution. Building this culture is not just a project you complete and file away in a drawer somewhere. It's a dynamic, never-ending process. The journey starts on day one with the commitment, which is the decision to place people at the center. By year 1, your property is already adapting to workforce and market changes. And by year 5 and beyond, you are actively evolving with guest expectations. A talent-driven culture is an evolving ecosystem. The luxury standards of today will absolutely shift tomorrow, and your culture has to be agile enough to shift right along with them. When you commit to this ongoing journey, the macro-level benefits are profound. Employees thrive in a supportive, accountable environment. And because they thrive, guests feel genuinely cared for, not just serviced, but truly cared for. And as a direct result of all of that, the organization achieves sustainable, long-term success. To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a direct challenge. As future hospitality leaders and as students of Europe Hotel School absorbing these insights today, how will you intentionally build and sustain a talent-driven culture in your own operations? The blueprint is in your hands, but the execution is completely up to you. Thank you for joining me on this learning journey, and I wish you exceptional success in your hospitality careers.